a city, home to more than 10 million people, a capital, slowly disappearing from the map of the Earth. This is not a scene from a science fiction movie. This is today's harsh reality. Indonesia's capital, Jakarta, is one of the fastest sinking megacities in the world. Every year, parts of this city sink by nearly 10 inches. Homes are going underwater, roads are disappearing beneath the sea, and scientists have warned that by 2050, nearly 1/3 of this massive city could be submerged. But at this very moment, Indonesia has made a decision that may become one of the biggest and most expensive gambles in modern history. Spending $35 billion, the country is building a futuristic utopia deep inside the jungle, a brand new capital city called Nusantara. But the question is this humanity's greatest engineering solution? Or the beginning of one of the biggest environmental disasters in history? In today's video, we will uncover why Jakarta is dying, how the mysterious Nusantara is being built, and why the entire world is now watching Indonesia's $35 billion gamble. Jakarta is not an ordinary city. It is not just the capital of Indonesia. It is one of the most important economic centers in Southeast Asia. More than 10 million people live inside the city itself. And across Greater Jakarta, the population reaches nearly 30 million. But beneath this massive megacity, an invisible disaster has been unfolding for decades. And it all begins with water. Jakarta's infrastructure could never fully support its exploding population. Large parts of the city still lack reliable piped water systems. So millions of people, along with factories and industries, began pumping groundwater directly from beneath the city, day after day, year after year. And as the underground aquifers slowly emptied, the ground above them began to collapse. This process is known as land subsidence. Jakarta is trapped inside a double disaster. On one side, the city is sinking. On the other, sea levels are rising. And the most terrifying part? Nearly 40% of Jakarta already sits below sea level. That's why during monsoon season, the city regularly transforms into a flooded nightmare. Roads become rivers, thousands lose their homes. Economic activity comes to a halt. The government tried to fight back. Massive seawalls were constructed. Pumping stations were installed. Flood control megaprojects were launched. But the question remains, will any of it be enough? Or is it already too late to save Jakarta? In 2019, the entire capital moved away from the island of Java to a completely different part of the country, nearly 2,000 kilometers away. The destination? The jungles of Borneo, more specifically, the region of East Kalimantan. And the name of the new capital would be Nusantara. The word Nusantara roughly means the archipelago. This city is not just a replacement capital. It is meant to symbolize the future of Indonesia itself, a futuristic mega city. According to government plans, Nusantara will become a smart city, a green city, a sustainable city, a carbon-neutral city. And the estimated cost of this massive project? $35 billion, making it one of the most ambitious capital relocation projects in human history. Imagine being asked to build a modern capital city in a place where there was once only jungle, no highways, no massive power grid, no advanced infrastructure, only dense rainforest. And yet, Indonesia plans to build government districts, highways, airports, data centers, water systems, energy networks, and an entirely new city for millions of people. From scratch. According to Nusantara's master plan, around 70% of the city will remain green space. Public transportation will dominate the city instead of private cars. Solar energy and renewable power will play a major role. AI-powered smart systems will manage traffic and energy usage in real time. Indonesia hopes Nusantara will become a global model for future cities. But from an engineering perspective, this project is a nightmare-level challenge because constructing inside a rainforest environment is incredibly difficult. Heavy rain, unstable muddy soil, remote terrain, limited infrastructure. Even transporting construction materials becomes a massive logistical problem, and perhaps the biggest challenge of all, time. Because the government wants to relocate people and administrative systems as quickly as possible, meaning engineers are racing against the clock. But there's another side to the story of Nusantara, a darker side, because this futuristic city is being built inside one of the most important rainforest regions on Earth. Borneo is not just an island. It contains some of the oldest rainforests on the planet. These forests are home to sun bears and thousands of unique species. But because of this massive infrastructure project, deforestation has already begun. New roads are cutting through forests. Excavation is expanding deeper into natural land. Thousands of hectares are being transformed. Environmental groups warn that this could trigger severe biodiversity loss. And wildlife is not the only concern. Indigenous communities also live throughout these forests. Entire cultures and livelihoods depend on this ecosystem. Critics argue that Nusantara may be less of a green city and more of a massive example of greenwashing. Because in reality, how sustainable is an eco-city if it is built by destroying rainforest? And this is where the project's deepest moral conflict begins. On one side, a sinking capital city. On the other, a threatened rainforest ecosystem. So which one should be saved? One important lesson: fighting against nature is never easy. Will Nusantara truly become the city of the future? Or another example of human overconfidence? Is this sustainable innovation? Or an environmental disaster? The answer remains uncertain. But one thing is clear: for the next several decades, the entire world will be watching Indonesia's $35 billion gamble. What do you think? Should Indonesia have focused on saving Jakarta? Or is Nusantara the only realistic path forward? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this documentary, leave a like and subscribe to OriginWave for more cinematic engineering stories. Because we don't just explore mega projects, we explore the future of human civilization.